So here we are again, and in 2 hours we cleared 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boxes I cleared, 9, that was another box, another one over there, 10. And all this is shredding, so that's good, just takes time. The only things I saved out of 10 boxes, and that's very hard to believe, is the stuff you're looking at there. Wow, I am impressed with myself. That's very difficult for me to do, but that's all that I saved, and most of it's practical stuff. Good on you, Sal. Oh, hello everybody. This is Dear Mama Sal, and it is Tuesday. I had to think for a moment there. It is Tuesday, and it is a very muggy sort of morning. There's a lot of moisture on my windshield when I got up this morning, which is a bit worrying because it makes you think it can't be too far away that moisture is going to be frozen. So that can't be that far away. Moisture comes first and then the stuff that freezes it follows. So there's that part of me that does not do winter well that's going, I know we haven't even hit fall yet, but you know, all the signs of fall are here, which means winter can't be far away. A lot of you have asked about the trees here, and actually I'm in amongst a lot of fir trees at the moment, but I do see them starting to turn. Not the fir trees, obviously. And that's another sign that we're not far away from the time. But luckily, not quite here yet. I thought I'd talk a little bit about the Battle of the Bulge. Some of you know that I have taken on a new challenge, and that is to actually drop a whole stack of weight. And I'm not actually going to say how much weight I want to drop because I'm not quite sure what it's going to take. What I do know is that my apparently correct weight for my size is about 159 pounds. And that would be the top end of my correct weight. And I have to tell you something, I haven't been that since I was at school. I don't know if any of you relate to that sort of a weight. It's like, I know a lot of you are younger and, you know, that's sort of like heavy for you, but believe you me, I was never slim as a kid. And 159 pounds, if I could get even to 170 pounds within this lifetime, I think I'd be doing really well. So, but my first goal is to fight my way, kicking and screaming, out of obese, because that's where I've become. And so I'm really looking forward to it. So the first few days, and you know my goal is to lose a pound a week. And the first 3 days I lost a pound a day, which is understandable. You know, it's a new thing and you're excited and you're doing all the right things. And slowly, you know, your old habits creep back in again, even though you're doing the right things. And so I was really aware of that happening for a couple of days. And yet I didn't put on weight, I just wasn't continuing to lose weight. And that was really important to me. In other words, I was sort of plateauing. I was putting in the right number of calories to hold my weight, but not to drop it. And so that's been quite exciting. So I think I'm on day 6 now. And I'm going into day 7, which will be the end of week 1, having lost 3 pounds. That's pretty impressive. So here's the thing that I realize. I've got an absolute idiot traveling behind me who doesn't seem to understand keeping his distance. That's twice that he's really way too close to the back end of my car. And he's busy doing I don't know what. He's certainly not concentrating on the road. Anyway, so I now realize that this is a very healthy trick to get into, which is work really hard at the beginning of the week, do all the right things, eat the right way, and then it gives you room to not be perfect sort of towards the end of the week, which I think is a good idea with going on. Of course, I find it very different again working. There are a lot more distractions at work, a lot more temptations. Things like people bringing in donuts, candies. So it requires a lot of concentration. However, I was delighted to see that perhaps one of the least damaging was a lifesaver. I had one yesterday at work, and I was really quite worried about what it was going to rack up to when I got home, and I think it was only about 2 calories. So that was good. I was happy about that. Obviously it clocks up a bit of sugar as well, but again it wasn't horrific. So it's nice to know that I can give myself that treat once a day if I need to. So as I look at it, I go, do I have the discipline just to put in the exercise? Because I think half the problem is just doing 10 minutes a day exercise. If I can get that as part of my regular routine, then I believe that a lot of things will be a lot easier for me. Of course, if I can put in the 10 minutes a day exercise and keep to the calories that I'm allowed, then that's what drops off a pound a day. In other words, the system that I'm on allows you so many calories, and if you do exercise, it adds more calories on. In other words, you can eat more. But if you can do the exercise and keep to the minimum calories, or the maximum of the base calories, you're obviously going to lose a lot more weight. So I've got to really make a concerted effort here, and this is about me, looking after me, and I believe I can do it. I believe that there are going to be horrific days in between here and now, because that's reality. But do I think that overall I can keep that average of a pound a week? I really hope so. I think it's realistic. I don't think it's unrealistic. Even though some people might perceive it that way, I really do think that it's a doable goal. And especially as I fight my way out of this really heavy weight that I'm in. So wish me luck. No, I don't need luck. Wish me discipline. Wish me focus and a good attitude. There's nothing lucky about losing weight, I don't think. Except maybe I was really glad to find this particular application, the MyFitnessPal. And I've put the link on here for those of you who want it. That really takes so much of the process and puts it into a technical way that makes it easy for you to see, whoa, I don't think I want to be eating that. I can't tell you how many times I've plugged something in and thought, oh, that would be nice right now. Can I afford it? And I'm going, whoa, no. They're definitely not that today. And yet, it did allow me to have macaroni cheese the other day and still be in a good space. So I think that's where it's all about. I've actually taken a sandwich to work today, which is unusual for me, but I've taken a sandwich and a little tub of rice pudding. Yesterday I had a really nice lunch. I had mixed greens and tomatoes and cucumbers and all sorts of things on top, and then I had some chunks of steak that had been left over, thin pieces of steak, and I had Thousand Island dressing on top, and the whole lot. I'm trying to work on sort of keeping each of the meals to about 300 to 300 calories. And then it leaves me space at the end to have a look at what calories I've got left, so that I can have treats at the end of the day. Makes a lot of sense to me. I don't know if it makes any sense to anybody else. I like my treats. Okay, everybody, so that's it for today, and I just wonder if anybody else is trying to lose a few pounds as well, and if so, please let me know, because I definitely would like to know that I'm not alone in this. Or maybe the rest of you are just doing fine. I know most people do this, coming into the summer rather than going into the winter, but you and I both know that as we get in towards the fall and the winter, our calorie intake is going to increase dramatically. So that's why I want to make sure that I'm going to give my body a fighting chance this year. And this is a year-long, or maybe even a lifetime-long process that I'm in. It's a bit like the non-smoking. I realize that I'll have to be cautious about that for the rest of my life. One cigarette can completely ruin everything. One puff can actually completely ruin everything from my experience, because I've done it. You just end up on the slippery slope. Oh, one puff's okay. Yeah, right, 2 puffs are okay too. Well, 1 cigarette's not going to kill you, and so it goes on. So I'm sure that it's going to be the same with the weight loss. That, you're just going to have the discipline not to do it. I believe I've got the ability. I just got to prove it to myself now. I'm not going to try. I'm going to do it. And if you think about it, if I can continue to lose, on average, a pound a week, that by this time next year I will have lost 50 pounds. That's a lot of weight. That's a lot of weight. Mind you, if I continue to average 3 pounds, that could be dangerous. I don't think it's going to stay at 3 pounds a week. That wouldn't be reality. Anyway, have a great day, afternoon, evening, whatever it is, whenever you're listening to this. I hope you had a fun day. And I guess my thought for the day is, what are you doing to help yourself today? You know, what are you going to do to make today happy for you? What makes you smile today? Yeah, what are you going to do to make yourself smile? Feed the soul a bit. I'm a great believer in that. For those of us who have animals, it's sort of a no-brainer. I think that's the reason everybody should have animals. Because they really do make you smile a lot. Now, I know that when they get sick or pass, that's a lot of pain as well, but in the meantime, they sure do make you smile a lot. So, have a great day, everybody. This is DearMamaSal's saying, here's a big virtual hug, and look after yourselves. Bye for now.